Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, everybody else is doing channels, I figured I'd do one. Anybody watching this, thank you for joining, thank you for watching. It's just my 2 cents on things. Reading the news, all this crazy stuff going on. Just trying to figure it all out, you know. We're living in some crazy times. And definitely weird stuff's going on. You got all kind of news going on, and just wanted to chime in on some of this stuff. Took a few notes to maybe try to keep myself on some points. And this Trump shooting, this is one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life. First of all, they're saying now, and see with everything that's going on, you have to wait. You watch it the first day and your reaction to it, oh wow. But you gotta kind of let it sink in for a couple of days, then apply common sense to what you just saw. Because with all this AI going around and all these lies, deceit, fake news and all this going on, you have to decipher what you saw. So I watched the Trump shooting several times, as many of you probably have, and I just keep looking at, look how long he got to finish the job. If you look at the video, and there's a video shot from the crowd, someone's standing in the crowd, maybe 100 feet back from the stage, I don't know, and they filming. Notice that Trump's up there on the stage all by his lonesome. There's no big bad cops on each end of the stage with their rifles and more gear on than they can carry. Nobody like that on the stage. Nobody like that even in the shot. Secret Service are down on the ground. That's the first red flag. There's no Secret Service near the guy. He's in an outdoor rally. So you went in there and you said, okay, I'm securing this guy. I think I'm going to stand 50 feet off the stage from this guy. I'll be able to dart up there and make it. You know, guy's probably 40, 30 something. You ain't getting up there quick. So you see he's up there on the stage all by his lonesome. He doesn't know. He doesn't pay attention. He's engaged to the crowd. He's thinking about his thoughts. So someone has to be, he has to have a head of security moving forward. Somebody who knows security, not a novice. He needs a military type guy that's done security to be his head security. And then the Secret Service and whoever else is around him. Because, first of all, he's on stage. He's too far apart from any security guard or anything. And who's to say? Someone could have been close, had a knife. Who knows, right? They were too far away. In the video I saw, before the shots, everyone's kind of milling around, and some people in the crowd are looking to the right. Like, hey, okay, waiting on the shot. And there was a lady there. I don't know who the lady was. They said she's not anything suspicious, but you don't know. You know, government workers live in the same block as you. They don't want you to know that they're government workers because you know you're gonna hate them and despise them. They're the reason your taxes are high. They're the ones denying your claims for something. A lot of people don't want you to know what they do for work, so they lie. Because that's where we're at today. Everyone's lying about what they do, who they work for, where they're getting their money from. It's all lies. You don't know what people are doing. You don't, just like you don't know who people are voting for. Once that curtain closed, you don't know who that guy's voting for. He's voting one way or the other. Nobody knows. You know? First of all, he's up there. Secret Service is super far from the stage. They're not even in the frame of the shots. Not even, you don't even see them up there. Then he was given 16 seconds to complete what he had to do. He didn't do it. They executed him. So, given that he was given 16 seconds, and then you go back and look at Ronald Reagan, last attempt, that pretty close to a president was Ronald Reagan. That guy didn't get 16 seconds. Reagan walked out that building. I mean, it was more like 5 seconds. He walked out that building, turned, he waved this way, waved that way, gunshots. He was in that limo as quick as you heard the 1-2 shots. He was in that limo. They pushed him. They were on go mode. The guys we got today, no wonder crime is going on around. Slow to respond, never in the, you can tell somebody, hey, that corner of Jones and Willow, there's a shooting there every night. Every night. And let's say you go out there today. And every night there's been a shooting and a killing. You go out there tonight, there won't be a cop out there. You can stand there with a stopwatch and count how long it takes for a cop to even drive by. They won't drive by. They're somewhere else. Amazing. So he's given all the time in the world to complete the task. He didn't do it. They executed him. Dead men tell no tales. Remember that. If he's dead, he can't say who hired him, if they decide to break him, because he's only 20. Give him some McDonald's, some cookies and milk, and he'll spill his guts. Plus, you tell him he can't play Xbox, he's going to spill the beans. Tell you who hired him, who sent him, who trained him, and all the information that you need to know that you should be getting by now, that you're not getting. And then, what 20-year-old wants to do something like that? Who wants to not? A 20-year-old guy. Guys, when you were 20, what you wanted to do at 20. And it wasn't doing what the hell he was doing. It was something else. And it involved females. So you mean this 20-year-old forego all that and wanted to commit this heinous act and get some kind of recognition for it or name in the history books? What's going on? Because everything on the news now, it's historic. First black woman's going to be president. I'll get to that later. Probably I'll do a second video. I just want to start a channel, give it a go, see what happens. See if I get any followers or anything like that. If anybody, this channel pick up traction, I don't know. Give me a thumbs up so I can get the video out there. But if they thought he wasn't going to do it, they gave him every bit to succeed. Then when you look at the reenactment of where the bullets hit, if Trump would have moved forward or backwards, he was a dead man. Because after he shot his initial 3 shots and Trump went down, Trump stayed still. So what he did was he shot in front of the podium, he shot behind the podium, and then he put 3 more shots in case Trump stood up. Because he probably couldn't see Trump from the height of the barn. The stage that was between him, where the guy was unfortunately killed, he shot that guy in the head. Because he was probably trying to aim lower and he just couldn't. And that guy lost his life. 2 guys on the other side got hit. And they're in pretty bad shape. Just for going to a rally. That's America today. You can't go to a rally. There's some crazy gunmen. There's no way a 20-year-old figured out where there was not going to be security. You don't know. If you went to an event, do you know that there's no security on door 5? You don't know. Unless you went to all the doors and you finally saw door 5, there was no security. But then, by then, you've passed 4 other guys who saw you. But remember, they wouldn't necessarily know what you trying to do, because they don't know. The only thing the cops know, you were speeding. Remember that. I saw it online and I'm going to run with it. You were speeding. That's all they know. So they wouldn't put two and two together. This guy was at 4 different doors trying to get in until he found an empty door where there was no security or lack security or whatever. You don't know. But it seemed this guy had a clear path to get in there, ladder to the roof, gun on the roof. No one seen a guy with a rifle. It ain't like he stuffed it in his pants. The guy is the same density as a straw. There's no way he had a big. The rifle was half his body. There's no way he walked in there with that rifle. It was either up on the roof already, someone handed it to him, maybe from that open window that was up there. Who knows? You don't know. But there's a rifle on the roof. People are screaming and seeing him up there. He's laid out. You could clearly see him laid out. No cops around. Like I said, a murder on the same corner every night. No cops around when you go out there. It's amazing. There was none out there. But if you just said, hey, somebody's over here speeding or driving reckless, they would have had the SWAT team out there. So they're trying to get the cops' attention, and they're ignoring it. Like, oh, what, huh? The guy named Greg, he gave a very great description, and I believe he's truthful. Yeah, he saw that the cops were uninterested in identifying, stopping, or whatever the shooter. But for some reason, he was given 16 seconds. He didn't complete it. They had to give him down. And they probably was going to give him 10. They probably gave him an extra 6 to make sure he do it. So when the Secret Service lady went up there to explain what happened and she had no answers, it was clear it was what they had called it, not red flag, false flag is what they call it. When it's a government doing this so that they can get the outcome. Kind of like something that happened and then it'll come, oh, that happened. Gun control legislation comes right out after. He didn't complete it. So then you go back to, well, who hired this incompetent lady? This lady's incompetent. So this lady is in charge of the same force that guards the Clintons, Obama, Biden, Harris, Pelosi, the Capitol, all these different people, and they only was that close to getting Trump. Why Trump? He's not in power. He's not in power. He has no power. And the guy's 20. What did he do you, 20-year-old? What did Trump do a 20-year-old that would make him want to do that? Doesn't make sense. He was put up to that. He was paid, promised something. Who knows? You'll never know because the FBI are liars. These people are out here lying, giving false narratives on things, not explaining you what really happened. And like you said, we'll never know. You'll never know. All you can do is go by the video, form an opinion, and keep it moving. For those that say it was staged, you're absolutely out of your top, because for it to be staged, people died. Like, you have to say, somebody said, well, yeah, I'll volunteer to die. Doesn't make sense. So that's, you knock that down immediately. And that picture with Trump with his fists in the air, yelling, fight, 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 right after being shot, that close to being killed, it etched in my brain. Like, wow, that was the most American thing I've ever seen in my years. Not like the January 6th, supposedly the invasion. If you remember those videos from the invasion, remember the congressmen, or should say women, were under the desk hiding from the American people. Kind of like saying, oh my God, they figured out we're a bunch of crooks. Hide, run, get the cops on them. You swore an oath to defend the country, and you're under the desk screaming. There's a couple of guys out in the hallway with, candy bars in their pockets and American flags. Oh my God, the criminals are here. They were Americans. They were screaming America. I didn't hear him say Russia or any other country. They were screaming America. That didn't make sense. Under the desk, hiding. Trump just got almost his head blown off, and he jumped up and yelled, "Fight, fight, fight." From these globalists trying to take him out because he's saying America first. There's nothing wrong with America first. You want to be last? You must want to be last because America first ain't catching on with you. You know, we're so used to failure, and they put it on the news every day. It's put on the news so you're complacent with failure. Oh, well, we didn't know. If that cop would have just checked around that corner, he could have stopped it. But he didn't, so we're sorry. He's going to keep his job. In fact, we're going to give him a raise, hire two more just like him and his brother, and just move on, America. Nothing to see here. Go home. Make sure you go to work tomorrow because you need your tax money. So all this is going on, and now they're trying to flood the news with events. Every day, something new. Major outage with Microsoft, which is tied to Bill Gates. Mr. Vaccine Bill Gates used to be in computers, which are crap. Now he's into farming and GMO stuff, putting God knows what in your food supply. He unleashes some kind of biochemical mosquitoes into the audience. Who knows what that did? And now he's computer shut down day after the election. They're pissed. They're pissed. So get ready for the ride. There's a lot gonna go on now until election season. This Kamala stuff is crazy. They're like, for 3.5, 4 years, they've been saying no one likes Kamala, and all of a sudden, I'm on Drudge Report. She leads Trump. She goes before a union crowd of teachers, firemen, and police, and gets thunderous applause. And you make sure there's mics that catch up the audience applause and cheers. And it's a low ceiling building or whatever. So the noise is compacted. It's not an open area. It's a tight, closed area. Gives this speech. And it's like, oh my God, all the support for Kamala. All the money's flooding in. That was just the money that they was holding. You know, don't worry why your light bill's high, gas bill, all these bills are high. All that money's flowing right back into the Democrat Party to keep it going. Because nothing's done. Every day you turn on the news, somebody's getting kicked out their house. Some rent-controlled senior place in Florida, they just evicted everybody out of there because they're going to rehab it and raise the rents. They're tired of that rent control stuff. It's time to make some money, so they're kicking everybody out. And the government does nothing because there's nothing they can do. You know, you pay your rent or you don't. You don't pay it, 5 days, 10 days, you're out on the street. Nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. So, this shooter, I mean, look at his background. He's 20, so he doesn't have much life experience because most of his life at 20 years, you've been going to school. So the government should be looking at his immediate teachers, friends, associates, online connections. Who knows what he's watching? What video games is he playing? Is he playing Call of Duty all day? What was he doing? He had some mediocre job. Where's his parents at? What kind of work they do? What's their backgrounds? Are they even American? Are these foreigners? Is this a first generation foreigner? Who knows? Who knows who sent this family over here to do what they did? But what they do is they have people lying in wait for years until they called up to get in action. And with all the failures that the government is having, it's amazing that we're still here, we're still standing. And with election coming up, and them wanting to stay in power, because I heard a quote from Kamala. She's saying we're not going back. Yeah, we're not going back to $2 gas and low light bills and gas bills. We're going forward. $10 gas, here it comes. $2,000 rents, here they come. Hell, they're here. We're not going back. People, you have to get involved with these city council members, and most of them don't listen to us. You email them, you write them, they don't listen. All that stuff's blocked. They don't read that stuff. Emails, you get back sent like they graded if you're for something or against something, and they just send a general email back to you. They don't read that stuff. They're gonna vote whoever gives them money. Next time you see a congressman, just throw money at him. He'll watch you. Then you throw money at him. He'll come shake your hand. Oh, hey. Other than that, anywhere else it's called a bribe. But if you give money to a congressman, it's called a donation, right? Only in America, right? If you were a judge or something, and somebody gives you money, like these mayors get some money under the table, it's called a bribe. But if you give it to a politician, it's called it's a campaign donation. Yeah, he was giving it to my campaign. Yeah, right. See from my notes. Oh, his also the shooters. You look at his teachers. What kind of work do teachers do? What are their backgrounds? What do they do before teaching? Who are their connections and ties with? They have the NSA. They're listening to the Patriot Act, I think it's called, where they have access to all your stuff. AT&T gives your text messages and phone call records to the police. They just have to scroll in the database and get it. There's no warrant needed. AT&T gives all that stuff away. The T-Mobile and the other one, I don't know. But AT&T has a dedicated website portal or something that the police can log into and get all your stuff. So, any cell phone communications, they know about it. Calls and texts. Microsoft's got backdoors in it because we're always getting hit with viruses, bugs, malware, and all sort of stuff. That's because these computers are designed to be hacked. So the government can get in there, take stuff off your computer, put stuff on your computer, and they, saying you did it. The schools, again, oh, he was a registered Republican, but he gave $15 to the Democrats. It's like, yeah, only the Democrats would take a 20-year-old kid's $15. Yeah, we'll take that too. Every little bit helps. And it's amazing how the stuff that you could see know something ain't right, and they try to explain it away. But enough about the shooting. It's in the past. Let's try to focus on today and tomorrow and the future. Every day there's been a flood of news. Something else. Oh, it's historic. Oh, this geyser blew up. Oh, this happened. Every day they're pushing something to be the major news story so you can forget about the Trump thing, because it looks just like it looks. It looks like an inside job. There's no way Secret Service failed. I don't know how much the salaries are, but these are highly paid professionals. Didn't guard that roof. And when you see the camera shot from where Trump was standing, it's directly to his right. If he was facing a crowd, he would have been shot in the ear, instantly obliterated. He turned his head. The guy was a good shot. Trump turned his head and he missed. And then he just, oh shit, I missed. And he went ape shit and just let off rounds. In front of Trump, behind Trump, and two up over if he would have stood up. So he was just laying out fire in case Trump moved, but Trump stood still. It's almost as if God said, peace be still. Stay in the moment. And he was on his knees. I'm sure he was praying to God. He could have been crapped himself, scared to death of moving. Either way, it saved his life. I would have done the same thing. Froze right where I'm at on that ground. I'm not moving. I'm getting low. And you probably hear the bullets whizzing by above his head, in front of him, behind him. The guy pretty much opened fire. And then it was so close. Yeah, it was. They let that guy be up on the roof because it's just too close of a roof not to even say, hey, put a cop up there or something. No, because the high ground is always the position of power because you can overlook the entire field. Being on the ground, you can only see so much. That's why police, when they have a large crowd, they tend to be elevated because elevated positions, you can monitor the people even better. So if something breaks out and you see people running from a certain area, that focuses your attention. They didn't put snipers up there. They were in position but out of position. You know what I'm saying? Enough to be on camera, but not enough to be in to get him. So every day they're flooding us with news. Today it's a geyser blew up. She's leading in the polls. It's always some spectacular news. And you gotta be careful when they play around with it. It's historic. Yeah, watch for it's historic coming out. Because she's the first black woman to run. Mind you, that she never won. She dropped out of the running in 2020 before any state voted. So you don't know that no one likes her, how she finished. So she dropped out. So, and remember that the way they move, they're planning 5-10 years, sometimes 20-30 in advance. So they're sticking to a plan. So this is already written that she was going to run. It just unfolded how it unfolded. It's historic. Think about that. They do something. Oh, it's historic. And it's like, is it historic or is it planned? This was planned. Clearly planned. So, looking at all this, stick to your common sense thoughts on what you're seeing. Don't let them lead you. Like, no state, she's won no states, but yet she's going to be the nominee. They just circumvented all these voters. Why she didn't go through the mud like any other voter? Why is she anointed to, I'm going to drop out today? Biden been senile. You've seen him over the years, falling off his bicycle, falling up the stairs. He's not there. All of a sudden now they turn on the heat. Let's get him out of there. Because the Trump thing happened. They knew it was coming. They're all in on it. Every one of them. It's sad you can't prove it. Arrest them and get them out of here. Conspiracy to commit the ultimate crime. You can't get them out of there because you can't prove it because the NSA works for them too. They got operatives everywhere. All we can do is stick to our guns and hang on to our wallets. That's it. And they're coming for both of them. They're coming for your guns and they're coming for your wallet. So what do you have left? Your family? What can you do? Pray to God. Not the wrong God. Pray to God. The God that's in control of all this. You can't, and when he speaks to you, it's very quiet. That's why you don't hear him like you need to. You need to be quiet. Meditate. Pray. You go to church, it's a bunch of drums and a bunch of loud noise and a bunch of hooping and hollering and a bunch of That's not God. There's not God in that place. God is quiet. His voice is quiet. He's a little voice that when you say, should I do this which is bad, or should I do that which is good? The bad voice is saying, take it, do it, do it. The good voice is saying, I wouldn't do that. That's not right. That's God. And they know that. So that's why they keep it loud. The news is loud. There's a banner on the screen. So you can listen to a cat being rescued out the tree and then turn around and listen to some other stuff at the bottom. But anyway, I'm 30 minutes in, rambling. But just my thoughts on things. Guys, everything ain't what it looks like. And most likely it's planned. With this, on the Democrat side, I've been watching them for years. Everything they do is scripted and planned. Some of it's ad-lib, but it's sticking to the script. They knew she was going to run. They knew she was going to lose if they had an open primary and she'd run against different people. That would be all over the place. And why the hell does the interior of the country, any other state except California, why you keep letting your state people vote with California? California passed some crazy EV mandate, and 7 other states instantly say, hey, that's a good idea. And they'll pass it within 7 days. The same California law is in New Jersey, Connecticut, Oregon, Washington. Why? Everyone hates California. Why are you letting California lead you? This lady was in California. Do you want California policies in your state? Illinois, Louisiana, Alabama? You want the EPA rating and all that, like out in California? You want that in your state? Keep voting these California people in here. Nobody from California shouldn't be nowhere near the running. And it just seems that this is who's going to be the candidate, and they're going to steal it again like they did before. Nothing you can do. They got hold of the poll workers. Nancy Pelosi's in there. Old as she is, what young person is still voting Nancy Pelosi in her district? What old person is still voting at? San Francisco's a hellhole. Who didn't give up on voting? Because you're not going to vote your way out of this. These people can't be removed from office. That's why the most powerful people in Congress are from certain states. Voting is rigged, and you'll never get them out of there. Never. You can run the young 40-year-old strong business guy with all your thoughts and opinions in his head come out of his mouth on a campaign trail. You vote for him, and he only got 3% of the vote. And you're like, what? 3% of the vote? I'm the only one thinking like this? No, you're not the only one thinking like this. There's a million more. But the problem is they'll never let that person get in there. It's all controlled. Once they control your elections, they control your pockets. They divvy your money up, give it to Ukraine. Won't even trace that money. But, you go to the bank and ask for $1,000 out your account if you have it. And there are questions as to what you're going to do with the money. Can't get it out. You can't rent a car. Ooh, what brings you to town? Why are you renting a car? Going to see my grandma? Oh, okay. And she's typing. What the hell is she typing? There's a questionnaire she's filling out that she has to ask you why you come to whatever town to rent a car. Why? Why are you there? There's interrogation to put it on your file. What are you here for? Why are you renting a car? How long you need it? How many miles you're driving? How many miles out? How many miles in? Did you fill up the tank? Where did you get gas from? Or whatever. There's all kind of questions and tracking going on. So, stay vigilant, guys. Just know you're not alone. And God loves you. He loves you. He loves America. Because America is the sword to fight evil in the world. Anywhere in the world, America's fight evil. So, just pray he comes and straighten all this out. That's all we can do. Until then, vote. You know, can't tell you who to vote for, but you can see I'm with Trump. That's my guy. Um, let's pray for his health and his recovery from the ear near miss that took out a portion of his ear. Let's pray for speedy recovery for him. Let's pray for Joe Biden. You know, it's getting to be its elder abuse. You got that old man up there. He doesn't know what it is. It's been weekend at Bernie's for 3.5, almost 4 years now. It's weekend at Bernie's. Every time you see that guy, he doesn't know how to get off the stage. He's falling up the stairs. They propping him up somewhere. The guy's not there. He's what you call. He's just an empty suit. He's just moving around, putting them into place. Markers on the floor. Here, stand right here. And it's probably a tag. Say, stand right here. Exit left. Probably tags on the floor to tell him how to get the hell out from stages, because he doesn't know a lot of times when you catch him. Anyway, God loves you. Remember that. And it's going to get better. You have to believe that. You have to speak it into existence that everything will get better. The high rents, the high fuel, the inflation at the grocery store, it'll get better. Someone has got to hear the people, or all the people have to just be fed up and just demand, to take home more pay, which is you're not going to get it from a pay raise. You have to get it from lowering your taxes. Your tax burden is too high. That's just my 2 cents on everything and my thoughts. You guys tune in again. Hopefully I won't be so long-winded, but I just have to talk to you guys and just see. Is there anybody else who's kind of feeling like I'm feeling right now? I'm thinking like I'm thinking. I don't know. Am I rambling? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Take care, guys. Bye.